trust me, you shouldn't get married even if you are in your 20s, you are already in your late 20s. You shouldn't get married. Hey my loves, welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time here, welcome, and returning subscriber, thank you for sticking around with me. My name is Grace Everyone. I'm a Nigerian based content creator, and in today's video we're going to be talking about something very important. That's why I'm dancing. So we're going to be talking about important selfish decision you need to take in your 20s. Because I'm still in my 20s, and this video is basically for those within the age of 20 to 29. But not to worry, if you're in your 30s, your 40s, your 50s, you can still learn 18 or 2, because come on, it's life and we keep evolving, right? So in today's video, I'm going to be talking about important selfish decision you need to take in your 20s. Oftentimes when people hear the word selfish, it's rub them up like, oh, it's coming from a bad place, because that is what the word selfish actually is for a lot of people most times. But no, in today's video, it's not about being self-centered. It's not about you thinking about just yourself alone. It means important decisions that you need to be adamant about taking in your 20s for you to live a soft life in your 30s, for you to live a soft life in your 40s, for you to live a soft life in your 50s. So we are going to be talking about one important selfish decision you need to take in your 20s is starting life early. Like, you need to start your life early. If you're in your 20s, it's important you need to start your life early. And what do I mean by starting your life early? I mean leaving your comfort zone. And it's not me saying you need to leave your parents out, because when people hear the word leave your comfort zone, they just assume leave your parents out. And the truth is, a lot of people are actually comfortable being in their parents' house because they tend to do little or nothing, because they don't pay bills. Their parents take care of eventually everything. Leave your parents' house, trust me, it's totally fine if you want to leave your parents' house, but then you have to have enough savings, because staying alone, trust me, it's very expensive. Staying alone is very expensive. So the first important decision you need to take is starting your life early. You need to start your life early. You need to know what works for you. You need to know what rocks your boat. You need to know, oh, this is actually right for me and this is not right for me. So you just have to leave your comfort zone and actually start your life early, because it's going to help you a lot if you start your life early. For someone like me, I actually started life early. So starting life early could be in different phases. For me, I started early morning when I was 18. So I remember I could do like sales rep in a boutique. I could be like a sales rep for a particular brand and all that. So I started earning money at the age of 18. Even if I got to 20, so I was already earning money and I was taking care of myself. I was seeing people's perspective of the world. Say that I started my life very early. So if you're in your 20s, it's important you need to start your life early, because trust me, you don't know what your 30, your 40 is going to hold for you. So it's important for you to see all the shakes you need to see. In case you are a non-Nigerian, so shake is like all the troubles you need to see before you get to your 30s. So it's important for you to start your life early. Another important decision you need to take in your 20s is know the type of people in your circle. If a small circle is going to work for you, fine and good, have a small circle. And when I say small circle, have people that always have your back. My video on important friendship you need to keep in 2023, I'm going to leave a description up here so you can go watch that video to know the kind of circle you need to keep in your 20s. So you have to have intentional circle. You have to have, if you have a big circle, fine, it's totally fine if you have a big circle, because a lot of people actually say, oh, for you to grow in this life you actually need a small circle, which is somehow true, because I mean a small number of people are going to have your back. Like, what's the point of you having a big circle when those people do not have your back? So whichever one works for you, either a big circle or a small circle, just know you have people that have the same vision with you, know where they're going to, and are intentional about their life. So it's important for you to always have a circle that works with intentionality. Another selfish decision you need to take in your 20s is careers and job. Yes, it's important for you. You see, this thing where you are comfortable in a toxic work environment. Trust me, if you're in your 20s, if you're Gen Z, like mostly Gen Zs now, you can't tell a Gen Z to work in a toxic environment. They are going to they're going to sack themselves even before you sack them. So be intentional about your career and job. And trust me, it's totally fine if you've not figured out what exactly works for you. It's totally fine. You can, today you try marketing, tomorrow you are trying PR, the other day you are trying law, the other day you are trying finance. Just know what works for you. You can dabble into different sectors. Just know what works for you. And it's totally safe for you to always change jobs when you are in your 20s. It's totally safe for you to do that. But one thing you should take home is never work in a toxic work environment, because it's going to drain your mental health. Your mental health in today's world is very important. Anything that is going to stress you mentally, that is going to threaten your mental health, that is going to make you look like a mad person, please avoid it. So in your 20s is the time for you to dabble into different things and try different working options. Another important selfish decision you need to take in your 20s is don't venture into something that you are not ready for. A lot of people might come for me for this one, because I'm going to use marriage and childbearing as an example. Yes, marriage and childbearing as an example. If you are not ready to get married, please do not get married. Because once you get married now, your attention is going to be moved from just focusing on yourself to also focusing on the emotional, the mental need of your husband. So if you're not ready for the term marriage, trust me, you shouldn't get married. Even if you're in your 20s, you are already in your late 20s, you shouldn't get married. Because once you get married now, everybody start looking at you like, hey, when are you going to give birth? Then once childbearing comes in, the younger one which you brought into the world, that you have to actually focus on this younger person. So if you know childbearing and marriage is going to make you not achieve a lot in your 20s, it is important for you to stay away from marriage in your 20s. Then you can only get married when you know you are mentally and emotionally fit for marriage. So I'm not saying you shouldn't get married in your 20s. If you know it's going to tame you, if you know it's going to delimit you from achieving certain things in life, then I think you should take a pause on marriage and childbearing. Another important selfish decision, I think this is the apex of it all, is putting God first. I don't know how people run this life without God. Trust me. You have to put God first in everything you do in your 20s. Because I believe that the Holy Spirit is a very pleasant being. That when you ask him for direction, he's going to direct you. The Holy Spirit is the only person that gives a perfect advice. This video might not be perfect. The advice I'm giving on this video might not be perfect. It might not even work for a lot of people. But when you put the Holy Spirit, when you put God first in everything you do, trust me, you are going to make one of the greatest and the nicest decision ever in your life. So it's important for you to always put God first in your career. It's important for you to always put God first in your life. It's important for you to always put God first in your 20s, because that is where you are going to find solace from. That is where you are going to find strength from. That is where you are going to find peace and grace from. So it's important for you to always put the Holy Spirit at the apex of everything you do in your 20s. So we finally come to the end of this video. If you're still here, please do not forget to give this video a thumbs up and also share with your friend, and also comment on this video, because it helps YouTube algorithm allow other people see it. And if you're yet to subscribe to this channel, please do subscribe to this channel, and I look forward to connecting with you. Thanks for watching. Stay fabulous and killing it, guys. I come your way next time. Bye.